Greetings, debaucherers. This is your voice guy bringing you your week 1 recap. I hope your Easter was nice and you got some Easter eggs with tequila shots in them or something. The pool of blood from week 1 battles is still nice and fresh, so let's dive in. First up, we had Pat's 72-74 A's versus Samantha and the 108 Stitches. Pat's pitching looked quite formidable until Hyungjun Ryu took the rubber for Toronto, where he ended his week with an ERA over 13. Logan Webb snagged 2 quality starts, an incredibly hard stat to get this early in the season. You know, that might be the first time Gosi has said incredibly hard and didn't include a boner joke. Good for him. For Stitchy, Brandon Woodruff started off rather soft. There it is. Was beginning to worry something was wrong with our dear writer. Yu Darvish got 2 quality starts for Stitchy, but there's little need for those when CJ Crone drops 5 bombs and Miles Straw nabs 4 bags. And for the second year in a row, she's trying the bench my top hitter strategy that began last year with Freddie Freeman by leaving Joe Ram on the bench. No worries, he just had the second best defensive week in MLB. Oh well. The 72-74 A's take the win 5-4. Second, we had All That Yaz versus the Fartnado. High and tight. I'll still call him the Fartnado. Rick continued his strong pitching performance with his staff throwing 86 innings and still managing an ERA of 3. The real insanity came in the offensive department where Rick's team dropped 17 bombs on All That Yaz, highlighted by Ozzie Albies getting 4 and Haniger getting 3. Haniger tried to break Newton's first law of fantasy baseball, which was no Mariner can be the top producer for a winning team in fantasy baseball. The universe was so scared this law could be broken that it gave him COVID. Speaking of winning teams, Rick's new look, high and tight, take the win 6-3.
Say, man, you got a joint?
No, not on me, man.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did. All right.
Third, we had the Battle of the Kinks. Boobs in the outfield versus Frankie's Spanky BBs. Vladito made pitchers cry daddy-o as he slammed 5 bombs this week for the mighty Boobs. Adalberto Mondesi did what he does best, get 3 bags and do nothing else of consequence. She also got 82 strikeouts in 69 innings. Nice. And that's noteworthy because every time that number comes up, Gosi just has to mention it. Don't worry, Gosi, so do I. No, I don't care that it's the Battle of the Kinks or whatever he's calling this. I still think it's nice. Anyways, Spanky spanked some balls in the seats with Soto and Verdugo getting 3 bombs each. Soto and Gavin Lux had OBPs over 450, and Matt Olson had an outrageous OBP of 551 because God hates the A's or something like that. Speaking of God or whatever, the Jesus Lizard Jesus Luzardo pitched quite well, as did Clayton Kershaw. Shout out to Dave Roberts for being a fuckface. No reason. He's being a fuckface. Jordan Romano got 6 saves and holds, which I'll just refer to as solds for the future because, syllables. Nestor Cortez stood out for Spanky, pitching 9 innings and getting 17 strikeouts. Okay, I'll take the Frankie's dick out of my mouth for the moment to tell you the final score. 8-2 in favor of Charlie and the Spanky BBs. The Boobs managing only to nip the... Listen, shut up, go see. It's week 1. You shoehorned your boob joke in already. Let's move on. Oh, and the 8-2 victory makes this the Trevor Bauer Beat Down of the Week award winner. Gimme them horns. Of course, this is the matchup that gets horny, of course. Next, we had the battle of movie references. Andrew's You Don't Score Until You Score Baseball versus Jimmy's Drive Monkey Drive.
This one time, at band camp, I stuck a flute in my pussy.
This matchup was rather testy as 3 categories ended up in a tie. In quality starts, whip and OBP were decided by incredibly thin margins. Both teams' top hitters were both Mets this week, with Starling Marte getting 2 bombs, 2 bags, and 18 combined runs and RBIs. Lindor matched that for Monkey with 3 bombs, 2 bags, 16 runs and RBIs. The Monkey was somehow able to recover from Jose Barrios' disastrous 1-out, 108 ERA performance against Texas to win ERA and whip. Andrew won K's himself, credit to Rodon for 21 and 12 innings. The Monkey managed to sneak a 4-3 win in on this one.
Monkey, sucker, punch!
Now that I think of it, maybe we could do an award for close matchups. Maybe the Lance Armstrong testy win of the week. Actually, let's leave Lance Armstrong's one remaining nut out of this. Next, we had Dylan's Rock the Vote versus our first of the new blood, Devin. Along with the new blood, he brings a newly christened team in the Wander Years. Dylan's team, led by Byron Buxton. Oh, look, he's already hurt. Shit. Well, at least he's consistent. For Devin's team, Tommy Edmond blasted 3 bombs. In the pitching department, Dylan went for quantity, winning Ks, quality starts, and solds, while Devin went for quality, winning ERA and whip. And yes, I'm terrified of Dylan Cease now. Devin's team was down most of the week and managed a weekend comeback to take the win 5-4. Next, we have the other part of this league's new blood, Kyle's Dingers Swingers versus Alberto and his team Dr. Hoptologist. Kyle's a Cardinals fan, and lo and behold, the best Cardinal of the season, Nolan Arenado, was against him. The third baseman blasted 4 bombs and had an OBP over 500 and got 21 combined runs and RBIs. The Hoptologist also drafted Sonic the Hedgehog's cousin, Luis Robert the Hedgehog, who got 5 stolen bases this week, and congrats on being the #1 movie in the box office. Otani only had 3 bombs and 2 bags this week. Ugh, what a snoozer. Kyle's team was without Acuna, a conscious decision in the draft. His best hitter this week was, as we check the notes here, Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, when Torkel McCorkle, the Tiger, is your best hitter, you're going to lose 4 categories. Lucky for Kyle, Albert's ace Aaron Nola got rocked in 2 outings, while Kyle got a standout performance from the fittingly named Kyle Wright. And let's not mention the fact that Kyle already has 6 players on the IL. 3 he had on draft day. Kyle avoided some proctology from the Hoptologist, keeping his defeat a respectable 6-4. And last but certainly not least, we had the headliner, Scott's Fukin versus the reigning champ Dom's ... aka Periods United. Something of note, Dom asked Scott before the draft to not mail it in, to not draft all Mets, and Scott obliged for the draft. But week 1, you know what he said instead?
Okay, fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Well, yes. There was not enough tampons in the country to suppress the Periods United explosive offense. Bad mental picture and all, Ghosty, thanks. Fukin kept up in runs and managed to nab the stolen bases and OBP categories. Dom's pitching staff bled severely with an ERA over 5 in 57 innings. He managed to only plug the solds category, giving Scott and Fukin a bloody 7-3 victory. I'd say congrats, but I think I need a shower after this. 7 matchups. Whew, I forgot how much that was. It's time for the weekly awards. As is tradition, we start with the Jose Royd Seiko Award for the team that hits the most homers in a week. This one goes to Rick and his team High and Tight, who got 18 magnificent dongs. Nice. Thanks, Ghosty. Hadouken! Next, we have the much sought-after Oakland Liquor Store Award, which goes to whatever team had the most stolen bases this week. And this week's award winner is Alberto and his team Dr. Hoptologist, who had 9 stolen bags. You know, if Luis Robert keeps up with the 5 bags a week pace, he might just break the record for this award.
Heineken, fuck that shit!
Next up, we have a new award for this year, the Dominatrix of the Week. The criteria for the award? Whichever team has the best whip for the week. Well, at least we all know what Ghostie's jacking it to. This week's Dominatrix of the Week award goes to Charlie and his fittingly named Frankie Spanky BBs, who took the award with a .93 whip for the week.
SpongeBob, you gotta ask him a question first.
Oh yeah, what color is my underwear?
Next, we have the Brazzers Choke of the Week award, which goes to the team who loses to the team lowest in the standings. Obviously, there are no standings yet, so we went with the profile rating. This week it goes to Samantha and her team 108 stitches. Make sure to open that throat. I mean your lineup this next week.
What are you doing, step bro?
And last but not least, we have the Debaucherer of the Week, an award that goes to the team that beat the highest ranked team in the standings. And for this week, rating. This week it goes to Albert, aka Dr. Hoptologist. He won with the most of these last year, so he's off to another great start. Well, that does it from Ghosty and I. Good luck next week, except for my opponent who can...
Fuck your own face!
Voice Guy, out.